Hello. People often ask me, what's the joy of studying fat? No one wants this little flabby thing inside us, right? But perhaps precisely for that reason, I have found my lifelong interest studying fat, so I can get rid of these by summertime. Your fat tissue works similarly, just like your bank account. We store our money inside our account, and then we take it out a little bit later to pay our bills. Fat cells store extra calories from your lunch and then give the energy away to your body when you need it later. And precisely for this reason, we can find fat tissue pretty much everywhere. You can find fat, for instance, hiding just under your skin, surrounding your organ. This is the energy reserve called white fat. You can also find fat tissue hiding just under your muscle here, so it can give some heat when it's really cold outside. This is known as brown fat. But do you know you can also find fat tissue hiding very strangely inside your bone, particularly the bone marrow? Wow. This particular bone marrow, though, behaves a little bit differently than the other two I mentioned earlier. In the context of anorexia nervosa, when a person restricts their food intake for so long, we can clearly see the person becomes really skinny. But bone marrow fat prevails under this condition, filling up the bone cavity entirely. This creates a problem and a paradox. What's going on? Now, this is exactly where a certified fatty bone investigator agent, me, comes in. My doctoral research uncovers the mystery of this bone marrow fat. Where do they come from? And I'm also interested in knowing what would be the consequence of having so much bone marrow fat inside our bone. And here's what I know so far. First, bone marrow fat is a little bit stable somehow. When we asked our little rats to exercise and to switch to a normal diet when they started overweight, we saw many reduction in their whole body fatty level. However, it seems that bone marrow fat remains pretty much the same when they started. So this is quite unfortunate. And second, we now know that bone marrow fat cells and bone building cells, osteoblasts, share the same origin. So when you have more fat cells, you have less bone cells. More fat, less bone is just a perfect recipe for fragile bones, which is something that we see all the time in the clinics, especially those suffering from severe obesity and type 2 diabetes. So by studying the consequence of bone marrow fat and how it affects bones, we hope one day to find a way to cure this thing and also to reverse the population of the marrow fat. Instead of having more fat, less bone, we want more bone and less fat. Because after all, sweet bones are not full of sweets. It's pretty much fat cells and hospital appointments. Thank you for listening.